JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys, before we go into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. 2 shot, 1 fatally, in front of funeral home in Westmoreland. Westmoreland continues to bleed as 1 man was shot dead and another injured in front of a funeral home on Darling Street, Savermore in Westmoreland on Saturday morning. It is understood that the deceased man lives in the community. Preliminary reports are that the now deceased man was driving his motorcycle with a male pillion believed to be in his 30s when they were shot. Earlier on Saturday, a 16-year-old waitress identified as Tara Alicia Dennis was shot dead, allegedly by her ex-boyfriend after a male companion accompanied her home from work in Little London in the parish. Pastor killed in Cassava Peace gun attack. A man was this morning gunned down in Cassava Peace, St. Andrew. He has been identified by his alias, Pastor. He is said to be a well-known associate of an entertainer from the community. The deceased is no stranger to the police. He was recently charged with murder and is out on bail, a condition of which included reporting to the police. A source said that he last reported to the Constant Spring Police on Thursday. It is reported that about 11 a.m., residents heard explosions and summoned the police. On arrival, the man was seen lying in blood. He died at the scene. Detectives were on the ground combing the area for clues. The police are also putting measures in place to prevent any reprisal. Up to February 17, the St. Andrew North Police Division recorded 2 murders, a 50% decline year on year. Police and the soldiers rescue murder suspect from mob in Manchester. Police and the soldiers are to be called in to rescue a man accused of murder from being mobbed in Cashatown, Albany, Manchester on Friday. Crime Officer for Manchester, Deputy Superintendent Dennis Simpson, said the man was removed from a house where he had barricaded himself.
Yes, DSP Simpson, Crime Officer Manchester. Earlier today, there was a stabbing incident in this community where 1 man succumbed. Another citizen who is accused as the suspect. He was attacked by angry residents here today, hence the police were called in, and we successfully extracted him a short while ago. He himself was injured and is on way to a medical facility for treatment. Investigation continues.
Residents had lit fires and used stones to block sections of the community to prevent the police from removing the accused. Residents said about midday, the accused and the man identified as Devon Jackson had a dispute when a machete was used to inflict wounds on Jackson. He was taken to hospital and pronounced dead. About an hour later, firefighters had to be called in to extinguish a blaze at the house. Preliminary reports are that around 7 p.m., smoke was seen coming from a section of the 2-bedroom unfinished house. The fire brigade was alerted and 1 unit responded. Several items, including a bed, were destroyed. Cops widen probe of Lilliput arson and murder. The police have revealed that 2 cars were touched on the night a politician's campaign vehicle was set ablaze in Lilliput, St. James, in mid-February. The man blamed for setting fire to the car was later killed, and there was speculation that the 2 incidents are linked. Investigators have widened their investigations in that matter because it has now been verified that the councillor's vehicle was not the only vehicle that was set ablaze that night. Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Area 1, Clifford Chambers, said on Friday there were 2 other vehicles that were set ablaze when it's a Mark X, he disclosed. The theory is that the same person was responsible for all 3 fires. On February 15, 44-year-old Kenroy Doman, otherwise called Shrimpy, was shot and killed as he walked in the community. His death came hours after fire was set to a car that was being used as part of the campaign machinery for the People's National Party's Jason Cummings. The politician swiftly distanced himself from the incident, saying he was not in the community at the time of Doman's murder. The police are now following several leads, including possible links between the owners of the other vehicles that were destroyed by fire that night. Based on the profiles of these 2 persons, investigators have theorized that any of those 2 persons could have been the perpetrator in that matter, and therefore the investigation has widened, Chambers stated. Those persons have the potential to carry out this attack on this person, he revealed. Following Doman's death, relatives said he had a history of mental illness. It has been verified that he has a medical condition that has been verified by medical reports and the statements of medical institutions and family, Chambers said on Friday. 3 hospitalized after Temple Hall crashes. Emergency responders were summoned to 2 crash sites along the Temple Hall Main Road in St. Andrew on Friday, as at least 3 people were left nursing serious injuries. The busy thoroughfare, which connects St. Andrew and St. Mary, has recorded at least 4 accidents in the past 3 weeks. In the latest incidents, the Stone Hill Fire Station and the police were called shortly after midnight on Thursday night to rescue the occupants trapped in a mangled Toyota Probox. That vehicle had crashed head-on with another Toyota Probox, the latter being driven by security guards from King Alarm. A man and a woman were assisted to hospital. Following that incident, and before changing shift and emergency personnel, the police were again called to the scene of an accident further along the roadway, after a vehicle driven by a female motorist reportedly crashed into a truck and overturned. It is understood the woman was rushed to a corporate area-based hospital for treatment. On Sunday, February 4, about 11 a.m., another female motorist reportedly lost control of a vehicle which landed in a riverbed along the Temple Hall Main Road. She was rescued by a team from the Stone Hill Fire Station and other motorists passing by. "I don't know she ended up over there. That accident was puzzling. She was traveling by herself. A lot of motorists underestimate this road. People have to take time and drive night or day," a resident said. It was also disclosed that just days before that crash, another female motorist escaped with her life after she was pulled from her disabled vehicle, which had crashed into an embankment along the very same roadway. The lady crashed, and another woman stopped her sister out of the car, and by the time they walk away some meters, the car burst into flames. The woman was so thankful that she was pulled from the car, or else she would have been burned inside the vehicle, a resident of the area said. The burnt shell of that vehicle was left along the roadway for several days before it was removed. In its latest report, which was released on Friday, the Island Traffic Authority said road fatalities have decreased by 21% year-on-year, a difference of 17 fatalities when compared to the corresponding period in 2023. As of March 1, 2024, 63 lives have been lost to road crashes, resulting from 55 fatal collisions, it reported. The Road Safety Unit in the ITA is calling for a change in road user behavior in 2024 to achieve a further decline in road crashes and fatalities. In 2023, Jamaica recorded 425 road fatalities, resulting from 384 fatal collisions. The fatalities represent an 18% decline from 2022, while fatal collisions saw a 15% reduction. Magisterial recounts to be held in 3 parishes. At least 3 divisions in 3 parishes that were determined by small margins in the February 6th local government election will be subjected to magisterial recounts. The most significant of the 3 is the Kintyre division in St. Andrew East Rural, which went to the People's National Party's PNP Vivian Brown Bond, who polled 1,319 votes to the 1,287 polled by the Jamaica Labour Party's JLP Kelvin Clark, a difference of 32 votes. The JLP is hoping that its candidate is successful at the recount, as that would break the 2020 tie in the coveted Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, which the PNP will chair, and also appoint the mayor, having won the popular vote. Meanwhile, the PNP is heading to court for 2 magisterial recounts, according to the party's General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell. These are for the Londui division in St. Thomas and the Southbourne Portmore, St. Catherine, which the PNP lost by single digits. The Londui division has particular significance since it could determine whether the JLP holds on to its 6-4 margin in the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation or whether it ends in a 5-5 tie similar to the 2016 election. Following the preliminary count on Monday night, both the PNP's Edwin Marr and the JLP's Andrea Patience had polled 1,306 votes each. However, following the final count, Patience received an additional 10 votes to finish with 1,316, while Marr picked up an additional 3 votes to total 1,309 votes. Southbourne's St. Catherine East Central was declared for the JLP by the slimmest of margins, 3 votes. On Monday night, the PNP's Everton Shakes was declared the winner by 4 votes over the JLP's Damara Lawson. But after the final count, Lawson was declared the winner, polling 1,008 votes to Shakes' 1,005. Of note is that Shakes was a replacement for Ainsley Parkings, who was shot and killed last year. Both parties have expressed that they expect to prevail following the recounts. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.